Hitting 40 can feel strange. You're not old, but you're not exactly young either. You start noticing changes in how your mind works. Maybe you don't handle stress the same way, or your patience is thinner. Maybe you lie awake thinking about what's next or wondering if you're doing enough. The truth is, mental health after 40 doesn't automatically get worse. It just changes, and those changes are easier to handle when you understand what's going on and what you can do about it. So let's talk about that. Once you hit your 40s, life can feel like a pressure cooker. You're working hard, taking care of others, and trying to keep everything running. This is the age where people feel pulled in every direction. You might have a demanding job, kids to support, or aging parents who need help. It's a lot, and that constant pressure can quietly wear you down. But there's something interesting that happens with the brain at this age. While some parts of it slow down a little, others get stronger. The areas that help with emotions and relationships actually become more active and balanced. So even though memory might take an extra second or two, people in their 40s and 50s are often better at staying calm and handling conflict. In short, you trade a bit of speed for emotional strength. You might forget where you left your keys, but you're much better at not losing your cool. Still, there's one big challenge that quietly hurts a lot of people around this age: loneliness. It's something no one wants to admit, but it's surprisingly common. Friends move away, work takes over, and social life shrinks. Studies have found that chronic loneliness doesn't just make you sad, it can affect your health. People who feel lonely for long periods are more likely to develop depression, heart problems, and even memory issues later in life. Some research even shows that loneliness can raise your risk of dying early. It's that serious. Spending time with friends or even just chatting with someone regularly can boost your mental health. One Harvard study that followed people for decades found that good relationships were the biggest predictor of long-term happiness and health. Not money, not career success, relationships. So if you've been thinking about calling that old friend or joining a group, it's not just a nice idea. It's one of the best things you can do for your mental health. As well as staying connected, it's important to have a sense of purpose. When you feel like your life has meaning, you're mentally stronger. But this is the stage where a lot of people lose that feeling. Maybe your kids are older and need you less. Maybe your job feels repetitive or you're wondering what's next. That loss of direction can make you feel flat or restless. But when you find something that excites you, like a hobby, a new goal, or a cause to care about, it gives your mind fuel again. Studies show that people who feel they have a clear sense of purpose live longer and are less likely to struggle with depression. Having something to look forward to literally keeps your brain and body healthier, and it doesn't have to be anything big. It could be mentoring someone younger, volunteering, or learning a new skill. What matters is that it gives your days meaning. By this stage of life, most people also start noticing how stress feels different. You've probably been dealing with it for decades, and your body starts to show the effects. High stress raises a hormone called cortisol, and when it stays high for too long, it can affect memory, mood, and even weight. It can also mess with sleep, which creates a cycle of exhaustion and irritability. The good news is that managing stress doesn't require anything extreme. Walking outside for half an hour, doing deep breathing, or even listening to calm music every day helps lower cortisol. At this stage, exercise isn't just about staying fit. It's one of the best mental health treatments available. Moving your body releases chemicals in the brain that improve mood and focus. Studies show that regular exercise can be just as effective as antidepressant medication for some people. You don't need to spend hours in a gym. A brisk walk, a swim, or even dancing in your living room counts. The key is to move regularly. It helps clear your mind and gives you a sense of control. Sleep also becomes a bigger challenge after 40. Hormonal changes, stress, and long to-do lists can make it harder to get good rest. But sleep is one of the biggest pillars of mental health. Without enough of it, the brain struggles to regulate emotions, and even small problems feel huge. Setting a consistent bedtime, avoiding screens before sleep, and keeping your room dark and cool can all make a big difference. Treat sleep like a daily appointment for your brain to recharge. Another thing to watch out for in your 40s and 50s is hormonal change. For women, perimenopause and menopause can cause mood swings, anxiety, or sleep problems because of changes in estrogen. For men, lower testosterone levels can cause lower motivation or fatigue. These shifts can be confusing, but they're normal. Exercise, good sleep, and healthy food help balance hormones naturally. And if you still feel off, it's worth speaking to a doctor. Sometimes small medical treatments can make a big difference. Technology is another area that can help or harm your mental health, depending on how you use it. Phones and social media make it easy to stay connected, but they can also make you feel isolated if they replace real conversations. Too much scrolling can lead to comparison and stress, especially when you see others showing off their highlight reels. A simple fix is to set limits. Use your phone to call a friend, learn something new, or listen to something uplifting. Be mindful of what you consume. If something online makes you feel worse, it's okay to step away. Speaking of social media, after 40, your mindset plays a huge role in how you feel day to day. Many people start comparing themselves to others, how they look, what they've achieved, or where they are in life. But comparison drains happiness. The truth is, everyone's timeline is different. It's more helpful to measure your progress against where you were, not where someone else is. Think about what you've overcome, what you've learned, and how much you've grown. That shift in focus alone can make you feel calmer and more grounded. To help with this, work on building the mental habit of gratitude. It might sound simple, but it seriously works. Writing down 3 things you're thankful for each day can improve mood, sleep, and overall life satisfaction. Gratitude changes how your brain focuses. It trains it to notice what's good instead of what's missing. Over time, that small habit builds emotional strength. And here's what we all forget to do as we get older. Have fun. Life becomes all about work, family, and responsibilities, and play takes a back seat. But fun isn't just for kids. It's essential for mental health. Doing things just because you enjoy them helps relieve tension and boosts creativity. It could be painting, gardening, playing a sport, or even just listening to music. When you let yourself have fun, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical that makes you feel motivated and happy. When you care for your mind with the same effort you give everything else, something amazing happens. You start to feel lighter, more balanced, and more confident in who you are. And that's the real secret to mental health after 40. It's not about staying the same as you were before. It's about growing into the strongest, calmest, and most self-aware version of yourself. What's the first thing you'll do to improve your mental health? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe while you're there.